Hey, this is Kenyatta Donnelly, the Investor Boy. Just doing a quick follow up on my video regarding is notary dead? There are a lot of comments. There's a lot of feedback on that video. People just asking questions regarding getting started in notary, if now is the best time to get started, did they make a mistake? And I think part of it is I think we need to kind of take a step back, especially for those who may be new to the industry, right? When we talk about whether or not notary is dead, there's conversations around saturation, there's conversations around lowball offers. Is there enough money in the industry? Are there too many notaries? All those things kind of go together. But I think before we can kind of like dive into those questions and answers, we got to take a step back to like, how does the money piece of it work, right? So from a notary standpoint or a loan signing agent, so let's clear up the terminology. We are all notaries. We are all commissioned notaries, right? The idea or the term loan signing agent, I think, comes from more of a marketing term, a term that was used by a lot of the companies and coaches that were out there, selling classes like, hey, if you are a notary, you can come do this other thing called loan signing. And then from there, I think it kind of morphed into, folks referring to themselves or being referred to as loan signing agents. We're all notaries. So loan signing is just a piece of what you can do as a notary. And I think people focus more on that piece because in some cases, it's more financially advantageous to focus on that piece of it. But don't forget, as a notary, when you're not doing loan signings, there's a breadth of other things that you can do in order to build your income or subsidize your income when the loan signings are slow. Obviously, we can go down a whole rabbit hole around that, but I just wanted to make sure that we're clear on the terminology again for our new notaries. We are all notaries. Loan signing agent or loan signing is just a piece of what we do as a commissioned notary. There are two main avenues from which you get your business. First one is loan signing companies, right? Think of a loan signing company as a broker. So this loan signing company goes out and gets a bunch of different jobs from different title companies and lenders, and then they take those jobs, and typically they have some sort of platform, and they take those jobs and then they kind of offer them out to individual notaries. Well, in that process, they negotiate a rate with the title company or the lender, and then from that rate, they take a piece of it, and then they give what they think is a suitable fee out to bid for individual notaries. So typically in the process, there's almost like a bidding process. Like they'll put out a number as to what they are offering for a particular job. Typically, there's an opportunity for notaries to accept that number. Sometimes you can accept it and ask for more money. Sometimes if those jobs don't get picked up right away, the loan signing companies will raise what they're offering for that job. So there's a few variables in that, but that's typically how it goes, right? The second way is what they call direct to title or even direct to lender, where as an individual notary, you are connecting directly to the title company and getting jobs directly from the title company. So there's no middleman, so to speak. There's no broker. There's no loan signing company. It's you and the title company. So you are negotiating what your fee is. The title company is paying that money directly to you for the purpose of doing this closing or loan signing, right? The biggest difference between the two is, again, there's nobody in between. So in the second scenario, typically title companies are going to pay, a higher rate. You get to keep all that money. In the first scenario where there's a loan signing company, that rate that the title company pays, let's say it's $200 for a loan signing. Well, the signing company is going to take a piece of that, and then they're going to put out what they think is a competitive rate or fee that they're going to offer to the individual notaries. So people say, "Oh, well, that's not fair. The loan signing company is taking all of the money." Yes, but they're also taking all the risk, right? They're on the hook to the lender or the title company to make sure that loan gets closed. They are putting these jobs out to notaries that they don't know and putting trust into them that they're going to get the job done. Their name is on the line. Also, these loan signing companies, they have to go out and spend money and market themselves to these title companies in order to get the work, in order to farm it out to individual notaries. As a notary who is signed up with a loan signing company, all you're doing is giving them your information, your credentials, and you're saying, "Hey, I'm available to do loan signings," and you get in the pool to do loan signings with that company. If you decide that, I don't want to do it this way, I want to take a bigger chunk of the money, then the flip side is that you basically have to do what the title companies do. You have to now take the time and the opportunity to go and market yourself directly to title companies. I think I said title companies before, but I meant loan signing companies. But you have to go and directly market yourself to these title companies and build relationships with these title companies so that you are working a one-to-one relationship. So that takes time, that takes money, that takes persistence, and all the while you're not making any money until you start building those contacts up. So that's the flip side of it, right? And then when we talk about saturation, so let's say you take the first route and you sign up with the loan signing company. Well, it's not just you, right? There's hundreds, if not thousands, of other notaries going out and signing up with these companies. Why? Because a lot of people have taken the same classes. They've paid the same money to the same guru who gave them the same strategy and the same list of loan signing companies to sign up for. So now these loan signing companies have hundreds or thousands of people who are signed up with them looking to get jobs. So because of that, one, you may have more notaries than you need. But then two, as someone brought up in the comments of my previous video, you also get a lot of brand new notaries who haven't taken the time to learn the business, who haven't taken the time to learn what it takes to be a notary. So now these loan signing companies have these huge pools of notaries that are making mistakes, that are doing incomplete packages, and that are driving up the risk for them in their business, right? Meanwhile, the more experienced, educated notaries are taking the other route. They're going direct to title. So then what's left in the pool? What's left in the pool are the less experienced, sometimes less educated notaries. And it's not a slight to anyone, but a lot of those folks who are coming out of these classes or just getting their commissions are signing up with loan signing companies versus going on their own. So proportionally, you're getting more of those less experienced people in these platforms. So that becomes a challenge for the loan signing companies themselves. So all of these things are kind of driving what we're seeing in the industry right now, in addition to the fact that there's just less jobs out there, right? So then the question is, all right, Kenyatta, you got all the answers, so tell us what to do. I'm not sure. It really depends on what you decide to do with your business. Like I said to someone who just got into the industry the other day, in my opinion, now is the time, while it's slower, to take the opportunity to build your education and build your experience. And sometimes building your experience is taking some of those lower paying jobs, right? There's a little less stress, there's a little less pressure because the industry is a little bit slower right now, and you may not be getting what you think is top dollar, but you're also getting the experience that you will need when the market turns, right? When you go and sign up with a title company, it's you and the title company. There is no buffer, and when you screw up, it's going to be on you. So at least with the loan signing company, you have people that you can ask questions to. There's a little bit of buffer there between you and the end client. And, there are people who are used to probably working with less experienced notaries and kind of can help you through the process or help you when you get stuck. So there's pluses and minuses on both sides. Again, I definitely would recommend for those who are just starting, going the loan signing company or the loan signing agency route is probably better for the reasons that I mentioned. But if you're feeling confident in what you're doing, if you're feeling confident in the education that you have, and you really want to go aggressively, don't shy away from going direct to title. At least when I got started, I kind of did a hybrid. I signed up with as many loan signing companies as I could because I knew that's where a lot of the business would be. But then I started building a couple of relationships here and there direct to title that I was able to get additional experience on that side of the business with, right? So predominantly, my work was coming from loan signing companies, but I had probably 2 or 3 title companies that I started to build relationships with and that I was getting consistent jobs with at higher rates. So like I said, I did a little bit of a hybrid just to kind of be able to feed my business as I was gaining experience. So I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all answer. It really depends on where your comfort level is, where your education level is, where your experience level is. But I would say going the loan signing route as a new notary is probably a little less risky and gives you a little more guard or bumper to make some mistakes as you're probably going to make early on, because you have that buffer of the loan signing company who's going to take your packets, take a look at them, let you know if there's any errors, give you the opportunity to fix it rather than going directly back to the title company. So I hope this is helpful. I feel like I rambled on a little bit, but I wanted to come back on and make this video just as a follow-up to some of the questions and things I heard in my last video about the notary industry. Please continue to follow me. Please continue to like and subscribe and share my channel. It is immensely helpful to me to get your feedback. It's immensely helpful for me to be encouraged to continue to talk about my journey in some of these spaces if I know people are out there listening. So I do appreciate you all, and thank you.